What's up, guys? Your boy Ernest here, back with another episode of Wrestling with Ernest. Would really appreciate if you could like the video. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Now, for those of you that are freaking out right now because you see the Miami Heat memorabilia on the background, don't worry. We will be talking professional wrestling today. I do run a YouTube channel that's called Miami Heat Talk, where we discuss Miami Heat basketball plus the NBA. But for those of you that don't know, I am actually also a professional wrestler. Been doing this for the last 16 years now. Quick little background if you don't know, you guys. I've wrestled for some of the biggest organizations in the world. WWE, TNA, AEW, just to name a few. I currently work with Coastal Championship Wrestling, also known as CCW, one of the most prolific companies in the state of Florida. I got a lot of opinions about pro wrestling. I love talking pro wrestling, you guys. It has been asked a lot by my subscribers that they want me to talk more wrestling, so ask and you shall receive. So today is episode 2 of Wrestling with Ernest. And I can't think of a better episode to do my second episode on than WWE SummerSlam. Now, SummerSlam was a few days ago, so these are going to include spoiler alerts. But I want to go ahead and talk about a few of the matches before we get to the main topic. Now, it was an incredible show, highlighted by some incredible storylines. For those of you that saw the first episode of Wrestling with Ernest, you guys know that I am all about storylines. It's one of my favorite things about pro wrestling. I mean, the spots are cool. High intense spots are amazing. You know, the flips and everything is really cool to watch. Seeing some athletic highlights featured with some acrobatic talent is incredible. But for me, you tell a good story, you got me. And SummerSlam had incredible storylines, starting off with Rhea Ripley against Liv Morgan. The way it ended with Dirty Dom turning on Rhea Ripley, magnifique. Because the fact was, when the turn happened and he threw the chair in, you didn't really know that he turned on Rhea. Every turn is just a snap turn. This one had you guessing. Now, I'm sure for the fans that were there, they kind of knew because you're seeing. But when you're watching on camera, you see how he throws the chair. You see how Liv just caught Rhea out of nowhere, so you think it might be a mistake. But when Liv's down on the ground, Dom helps her up, and then it zooms into him smiling. Right there, you knew it was a turn. Now, also, when Liv hit Rhea with the finisher, you saw the smile on Dom's face. You kind of knew the turn was done as well. But it was a beautiful turn nonetheless. Also had a very solid match between Logan Paul and LA Knight. LA Knight captures the U.S. Championship. I thought it was a great move. You're having the United States Championship represented by a guy that is going to be a wrestler who's going to be at the live show event, so that is a big deal. Not knocking Logan Paul. I think he had an incredible run as U.S. champion. I know people may not like Logan Paul, at the person, but I thought the character, what he did as U.S. champion was beautiful. He told an incredible story. He was a great heel. He put a lot of people over. He looked great as well. He solidified himself, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see Logan Paul wrestle for a heavyweight championship match. That's a possibility as well. You also had solid match between Braun Baker and Sami Zayn. I mean, I think it was pretty obvious that Braun was going to win, especially when Sami went over clean the last pay-per-view. Solid match. Bayley and Nia Jax, where Nia takes the women's championship. Solid match as well. My opinion, show stealer, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. CM Punk has not wrestled since the torn tricep, and he showed that he has not missed a beat. I understand that people would knock CM Punk because of the age. This is one thing I love about professional wrestling. Wrestling is all about spurts. It's all about moments. It's all about timing. If you have your timing correctly, you can prolong your prime. And for a guy that's 45 years old, I thought CM Punk was in great shape. You also had a really good match between Damian Priest and Gunther. Gunther wins the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Excellent decision. I think Gunther is going to have an incredible run, especially since you have Cody Rhodes as the champion, which we'll go over that in just a moment. I think you need another heel, a strong heel, as the World Heavyweight Champion. So I think Gunther is a perfect champion. I also like how they did it as well. Another turn that involved kind of like the Judgment Day. So it's cool because you're kind of seeing a new era in the Judgment Day while Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest are kind of on their own now. So I thought the turn was fine. I thought the way that Finn Balor did it, you know, it was kind of obvious because he was out there just cheering Damian Priest. So honestly, I kind of saw it coming. I would have appreciated it if maybe, you know, the guy, oh man, I can't think of his name. The guy that was out there with Imperium with Gunther. But he comes out trying to cause Damian Priest the championship. Finn Balor comes out. Maybe he gets hit by Gunther, and by Gunther, knocks them both out. It looks like Gunther's actually going to take an advantage. Damian Priest hits one up on him, then bam! Then Finn Balor turns him. If you want to do a sudden turn, it's got to be out of nowhere. Turns that I like is when the babyface actually gets touched by the heel. So that way when the turn happens, it catches you way off of guard. I still think it was good. You know, solid match. Not doing stars. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm just letting you guys know if I think it was solid, good. I think every match in SummerSlam was you know, awesome or good. There was no real bad matches. You know, some people may knock Bayley versus Nia. I think it was a good settler of a match. Finish was nice as well. Especially with the whole, you know, the women's Money in the Bank coming out and kind of fooling Bayley. Thought that was nice as well. But then you got the main event. Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa. Did give a spoiler earlier, but we all know that Cody Rhodes did win the championship. But it wasn't the fact how Cody Rhodes won the championship. It was on how he won the championship. You know, the Bloodline come out. They get taken out by Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. That spot was nice. But then Jacob Fatu comes out. Jacob Fatu, my boy, who I've wrestled with many times. He unfortunately gets an ankle injury. With the spot with Cody Rhodes, and it sucks, man, because if you know Jacob Fatu, man, he's been doing this for a long time. He finally got his break. He had, you know, he's having a great run with the Bloodline so far, and this is what sucks about pro wrestling sometimes, guys. Some people, when the momentum comes, injury just takes effect, and it sucks, man. I hope Jacob Fatu a speedy recovery. I heard he was in a walking boot. No real updates right now. The good thing is that maybe he can work around it. But this Bloodline storyline is really hot. Injuries right now would suck. It would derail it. And the reason why is because we got the return of the Tribal Chief. The original Tribal Chief. Roman Reigns actually did make his return on SummerSlam, assisting Cody Rhodes with the victory, giving Solo Sikoa the Superman punch, followed by the spear. So it is full effect that Roman Reigns is officially a babyface. Good guy. He's going against the Bloodline. He attacked Solo Sikoa. Now, remember, you guys, Roman Reigns has pulled swerves in the past. You know, he's done it a lot of times with the Usos and Solo Sikoa. Remember where Solo said that these are my brothers, I side with them. And then he turned on them. And then when Roman gave Jey Uso the Tribal Chief, he gave him, you know, the beads and then turned on him as well. So Roman has been known to swerve the crowd. I don't think that's what's happening here. I think WWE is going to go fully with Roman Reigns as a babyface. And why not? Because, man, when his song hit, and by the way, it was perfect when they did it. It wasn't after the match. It was during the match with a big double down spot where Cody hits the Cody cutter. They're both down for a few seconds and bam, Roman Reigns' songs hits. It was incredible, and then you saw the reaction from the crowd. Especially when Roman did his whole ooh, ah, right before the spear. Everyone did it. You finally got the reaction from Roman Reigns that you've wanted for the last 10 years. 10 years ago, WWE has been trying to force this guy down everyone's throat, and the fans didn't take it. 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, for 4 years, he was constantly getting booed by the fans. He would get his respect little by little. Towards 2018, you were kind of thinking, man, respect Roman for taking it this long, taking it in the chin, taking it as a man. But it was constant boos. And even after the leukemia diagnosis, when he came back in 2019, things were getting stale. But then he turned into the Tribal Chief. And that's when fans loved him. And what did I say on the last video? When you're a heel and you turn to a babyface, a bad guy to a good guy, you gotta let it happen organically. You can't just turn and go, hey, I'm a good guy now. No. Be the same guy that you were when the fans loved you. Because that's what they got them behind you. And that's what you saw on SummerSlam. You saw Roman Reigns come out. He wasn't smiling. He wasn't doing the old stuff he was doing. He was a good guy. Nah, he was the tribal chief. Came out, Superman punch, was the same badass dude. This is the mentality that Roman Reigns needs to have moving forward. And you know what, you guys? He knows it. He knows exactly what he needs to do. He's done this long enough, and he knows exactly how he's going to cash in. Now, the question is, what's going to happen? Because I said it in the last video, you guys, last week. I didn't think bringing back Roman was the best idea now. I thought Royal Rumble was the best idea. Now, Roman Reigns is not a full-time wrestler. He's not going to be there every SmackDown. He might show up this SmackDown, so I'm really curious to see what they do on Friday. But the question is, how are you going to prolong this? What's the plan? What are you looking to do? Roman Reigns coming now, you guys, tells me that they're going to have a different plan for Roman come WrestleMania. I don't think it's going to be Solo and Roman at WrestleMania. I think you're going to have the Roman Reigns bloodline storyline for the remainder of this year. My initial idea, what I thought was best, was have Roman come back in Royal Rumble to have the bloodline against Roman Reigns, Roman versus Solo. That way you can have Cody Rhodes fight either Randy Orton or The Rock at WrestleMania. So you can have two profile matches. But Roman coming back this early, you guys, tells me that they may finish this bloodline storyline with Roman by the end of this year. Because what did Roman do after the match? He was outside, he looked at Cody Rhodes and he said, only a matter of time. So that tells me that they may continue this Roman and Cody feud. For all you know, you may see Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 41. Why the hell not? If it works, do it. Roman and Cody have an incredible storyline, but you want to do something different this time? Why don't you do Cody as the heel? It's been said before, Cody would be the perfect Homeland character. Homelander from The Boys, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. But with Roman Reigns coming back, giving him the victory against Solo, dominating the bloodline, this can allow Cody to get furious. And this time, it's Roman Reigns who wins the Royal Rumble. And now he's the challenger coming after Cody Rhodes. You do the old swap. You go 3 years in a row, Cody versus Roman, and I'll tell you something right now, ladies and gentlemen, fans will pay to see that. Now, that may not be the plan. That's just an idea that I'm throwing out there. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you think? Do you think it was smart that the WWE brought Roman Reigns back this soon? Do you think it should have been held off later? Or do you think that Roman Reigns coming back this early means that they have a potential storyline with Cody and Roman Reigns down the line? Do you think it's a good idea to do that? Or do you think the WWE should go somewhere different? Let me know in the comments your thoughts, you guys. Don't forget to like the video. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Again, this is episode 2 with Wrestling with Ernest, where we're talking full detail about wrestling episodes. Let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We're going to be doing more different things with the wrestling episode. So I really appreciate the support and the patience. Until next time, your boy Ernest out, and that's enough said. Yeah, buddy. Let's go.